Dude, you're probably like, you just turn on this video and say, this chick has no views. Well, duh, I just posted it. So what's up, YouTube? This is Taylor here. This is gonna be my first YouTube video. So if I stumble over my own words, you guys are just gonna have to hate me for it. It's whatevs. Today we're just gonna be talking about character customization. Basically, I'm not gonna be talking and saying character customization and telling you the stats and reading them off to you like everyone else does. When you play an RPG, especially ZeniMax Bethesda, when you're playing Elder Scrolls RPG, we both know this is very personal. And I think a lot of things that intimidate a lot of players are playing with other players and not being in their comfort zone of mods and cheats and being able to use a bow that's one kill shot even on a boss, you know, so playing with their own skills, I think, is what's intimidating. And a lot of people now, they have to think, okay, well, what kind of character do I have to be? And what kind of character do I want to be? And what am I used to and what do I like? Well, what I'm doing, for example, is I'm going back and I'm playing the Anthology, and I'm going through and I'm playing a lot of races. I notice now I'm more of a Redguard than I am a Breton, and that's just natural to me anyways, but I'm a melee player when I want to get up in your face, but I don't always want to be up in your face. I would rather sneak around you, I'd rather shoot you down with an arrow, I'd rather incinerate you with some kind of fire spell. I mean, that's just who I am. That's how I like to play. So you ultimately have to think of, okay, how do I like to play? Because that's what's going to make you a really good player. That's what's going to get you all the way to Emperor. So when it comes to picking your character, remember to pick the race that is appealing to you. Elder Scrolls keeps saying they want you to pick the race that looks, I guess, good to you. What would you want to run around as? Or I guess in your wildest dreams, if you could be pretty or you could be ugly, you know, what would you want to be? Orc, a high elf, whatever. Also, if you deal in magic, go ahead and deal in magic. Make that your first priority, you know. I think it's just going to be just like Oblivion, where you're going to select the classes, and you don't have to follow the class, or just like in Oblivion, the customization of the class. It's not necessarily we are dictating that you follow this class, like in a game like World of Warcraft. If you truly really don't know what you want to do for your character, try coming up with a backstory. You know, like before I go to bed, because that's when I have time to think, I'll just be laying there and I'll be coming up with a backstory for my characters. A lot of people, a lot of developers, how do you think they think? They're innovative, they're creative. And that's what they do. They come up with backstories, and that's how they create characters. So if you want to create your perfect Elder Scrolls character, just remember the adventures that you've had through previous games. That's really going to help you in creating a backstory and eventually creating a character. Upon creating your backstory, remember, have everything make sense. If you have a Nord, and let's say I've read a comment on YouTube and it says something about, I was once a Nord farmer, and this was in response to the newest developer question about the backstories of your characters. But he said that he was a Nord farmer, and he goes into how he came home to his wife and his kids, and he looked into their lifeless eyes, and now he's seeking vengeance. So this character is bound to be violent, he's bound to be a drunk, probably has a really long beard. You can anticipate, you know, what he is. You can anticipate that you don't want to get in his way. He's probably non-trusting, and he's probably a mercenary or some type like that. Or if you have a high elf from like, and let's say that their situation is, you know, they were cast out of, I don't know, the Mage's Guild or something. All of a sudden this person is, or can be, a necromancer. So maybe this person would have a lot of angular features, very dark demeanor, maybe wears very dark clothes, like Elder Scrolls would call them necromancers, that you'd find in little caves throughout Cyrodiil. Maybe this person has a pet, maybe this person, and if they do, you know, have something like a pet, maybe they have a darker pet, maybe they seek to bring down the Mage's Guild, you know. And with Elder Scrolls giving us this advantage of being our own characters, think of it as a way of maybe you really can bring down the Mage's Guild, you know? So that'd be a really cool thing to go off of. So I really hope this video helped you. I hope that helps you think more about your character, because it's pretty much a full-time job thing. I mean, I got an Alienware PC just to do this, Alienware laptop in 17 just to do this, so yeah, I was able to just go with that, I spent over $2,000 bought the anthology, redoing it all, just to figure out characters. I love it. So, thank you ZeniMax for a great game, and thank you for watching Taylor. This was our first ESO episode together, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you did. Bye! Oh, and that music is not mine, that's Adult Swim, if you're wondering. You're like, oh, this is familiar. Yes. Yes, it is.